But let's take our first mailbag question. I think that they're ready for the first mailbag of the year.
Let's get in some action. You know, you got to give the fans the action, and that's what it's all about. We'll hop on over. A question from Little Alex 83. Hey guys, I need a 2-minute drill offense with a mobile quarterback.
Okay, I like that. And where I'm going to go with this one, Farles, is right off what you've been running all season long so far, and that's a gun spread attack.
Yeah.
And you're going all curl flats.
So how about,
you can't stop this man.
How about rather than the spread, we go to the gun empty?
Yeah.
Remember,
Absolutely.
we've talked about it.
Absolutely.
Let's jump into game. We'll show you what playbook we use. If you're a starter and you're new to the show, what we do is we go into game and we kind of break down everything. We'll go nice and slow for you, but the veterans are still going to get that extra juiciness. You want to have your console up. You want to be on the computer. You want to be chatting with the guys in the livestream.com/EA Sports channel. There's plenty to do. So
I'm going to go with the Redskins with RG3, 93 speed. You can check me on that. I'm not wrong. We'll go over in the playbook. We'll take a look at the Arizona playbook. This is our starter offensive guy. We'll take a look at what this has to offer from a spread formation. Farles, you grab. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Grab.
So if you're a newer player, when you go into advanced settings, you can actually take another team's playbook, and that's a big thing to just get your game better. So say you use a certain style, but it's just maybe the playbook's not working out for you. Try out other teams' playbooks. Maybe you have a certain type of offense that you think you could run with your team. That's something you don't want to miss out on. And that's a great way to practice, try other things without having to switch your team up. So definitely a nice tip there to start out. So what's the key to this year, Gibbs? How have you been liking the game? Tell me a little bit about everything you've been doing.
First and foremost, the gun spread, literally, it's probably one of the best ways to start playing the game this year. It's easy reads. You're able to read the defense from a spread standpoint. You can see if the defense is going to be blitzing you. And we can show you here when we get into the actual gameplay what we're actually doing with that. So we take a look now.
And once again, if you're more of a starter guy, always choose your play-by formation. Always.
Always. Actually, that's a good point. You'll see that we were in here under our offense. We hit B a couple times, and we go back to the buy formation, and we select over to the gun spread formation. This is what we want to take a look at. In the play we want to take a focus on is curl flats. Again, this is what we were talking about before. So Farl's going to come out and...
come on the cover 3 here.
Cover 3. So first and foremost, you're asking about the a 2-minute drill style offense, and yes, the 2-minute drill offense is important, and you should definitely run this style of gun spread attack against it. And what I want to show you here, though, is how you're going to actually read the defense in Madden NFL 13. It all starts with looking at the deep safety files. So, for example, you see we have one deep safety playing over the deep part of the middle of the field.
The player I'm user controlling right here.
Correct. Now, what that means, when we see that, we know one of two things. We know if you are, we know that the defense is in a cover 3 or a cover 1 man-to-man defense. So in this situation, you can see that you are in the cover 3. Let's actually go back out and have you grab a cover 1 so they can see that. Take a look. You got we were looking at before.
I think we like to check out the 3-4. Sam Mike Blast is a cover 1 style defense. One safety up top.
So we go back, grab the curl flat. So as you see, you can notice here, one high safety. Now Farles, audible to cover 3. Cover 3. To take a look at, the deep coverage stayed the same. So we get the same exact look. So this is what you're probably experiencing when you're playing online is, well, I can never tell what my opponent's going to do before the snap of the ball. But this is one of the things you have to key on. Look at that deep safety. If you see there's only one in that area of the field, you know it's a cover 1 man-to-man or if it's a cover 3 zone. And what I can tell you about that, Farles, if it is a cover 3-1 or cover 3 zone or a cover 1 man, what you want to attack in this situation are the curl patterns on the outside.
Yes, so outside corners.
For this example, snap, he throws, as soon as the receiver is about to make his break, coming back to the line of scrimmage, coming back to the quarterback, that's when you throw the ball. That's very important. You got to work on this in practice. Don't just go out to a game and try and run this and think you're going to perfect it. You got to do this multiple times in practice.
Huge timing pattern, guys. And so what Gibbs was saying is the key here is reading that one safety and then determining man or zone and making your read. But what would it look like? So what would it look like if it was either 2-man under or cover 4 or cover 2 zone?
Let's do that right now. So you audible to 2-man under. So 2-man under is a man-to-man defense with 2 deep safeties splitting the deep half of the field. So what you're going to see when you have the 2 deep safeties is you have the 2 guys in the deep blue zones deep downfield. So when you see this, that's how you know 3 things. It's a 2-man under defense.
Because there's,
2 guys deep. Or audible to a cover 2 for me. Cover 2 zone. Now take a look at it. The defense, again, looks exactly the same before the snap of the ball. But there's 2 high safeties. The coverage behind it changed. So that's what you're going to be noticing when you're playing against your opponent.
So these guys aren't moving, but same position here.
Now we're going to go back out. I want you to call cover 4 this time. So now same formation, call cover 4. So people just want to so they can see it. That's what's most important about what we're going over here, so that you can see.
You got to learn this. The new EA did a tremendous job disguising defensive coverages this year with zone swapping. Tons of stuff added to this year's game. Us as Madden players over the years, we've kind of fallen into bad habits, and now you got to use real football concepts that we're teaching right here to really read the defense and make a proper read and make a play.
Absolutely.
So here once again, cover 4,
Absolutely.
2 high safeties, but
I want to show you one thing, and the more advanced guys, the guys that have been playing the game for years, know football in and out, they're going to notice one thing that's different about the cover 4 zone against a 2-man under or a cover 2 zone. Farrell, tell me what it is.
The cornerbacks on the outside are back. Remember how we just had cover 1, we only had this one safety splitting the middle, and these guys were back. In cover 4, these guys are back.
They start back.
They start back.
When you come out to the line of scrimmage here from picking your play, if you see all 4 guys back like that, 2 deep guys, and then the outside corners are back off, that's, cover 4. So in a situation against cover 4, you typically go and attack the flats and target things like that. That's where you're going with the ball. So let me show you another scenario, what people are probably going to do when you're playing online. So if you press coverage here, Farles.
Okay. I'm going to do that, guys, by pressing the coverage audibles and then just press down on the left D-pad to use press coverage.
Absolutely. So now you run into a dilemma, because now people are going to get a little more savvy on the defensive side of the ball. They're showing you now that too high look with a press alignment on the outside. This is going to potentially confuse you, and you need to be ready for that and take notice of this, that if your opponent is doing this to you, that you're going to be ready to attack them. You still know that with the 2 high safeties, you see that there's the 2 high safeties means cover 2 zone, 2-man under, or cover 4. So that's what you got to focus on. In your mind, in your head, you got to be ready to attack that in that situation. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're trying to do when you're attacking the cover 4 zone. So one other thing that you're going to be doing a lot when you're in the 2-minute drill that Alex was saying, we kind of got a little off track of what Alex's main question.
So we're back on this main mailbag question here from Alex, and he wants to learn how to get the ball downfield against those 2-minute drill style offenses. And we're going over reading the defense, which is the number one thing you have to do this season that you might have been able to get away with last year, but this year, can't do it. So we're teaching you right now on This Week in Madden. And let's jump back into the game here, and We'll show you, Alex, how we would move the ball downfield.
So once you get a flow for what's happening, a big thing that I love doing, halfback draws, especially from the gun spread formation, they're very effective. You got to get on the bandwagon of running halfback draws. Anytime you see your opponent is spread out, in this situation, Falls, what I'm seeing here, what I'm looking at, I see you have 3 down linemen. So
Correct.
the 3 guys on the line of scrimmage, and then you have 2 linebackers directly behind them. So what I'm seeing in that situation, I'm saying, okay, there's 5 defenders in the immediate area. I have 5 offensive linemen. So if I run a halfback draw and all my offensive linemen do their job, I should be able to get upfield and get positive yards with the halfback draw. So again, here's the halfback draw. It's your best friend in the situation when they're not blitzing. So Falls, do something for me and quickly, quick audible to a blitz.
Okay.
So Falls is blitzing. See how now? Look at now. There's more guys in the box.
So count them up. There's no way to block all those gentlemen.
If they're sending 6 guys, that I don't want to run the draw. They're going to shoot 1 guy free, and I'm not going to have enough guys to block. So boom. Take it down. That's another way how you stop the halfback draw.
And the key that we talk about for Alex is guys will start to drop a lot more coverages. And you've seen it before, late at the end of games. They'll give you up yards, and they'll just say, take time off the clock.
Yes.
And that's the key. The Giants did it last night with Bradshaw. They ran a draw. It was his biggest run of the game. It was a great run, but it was a draw on I think it was a 4th and 1, where he broke it downfield.
Giants win last night?
Not last night, but February 6th, they did against the New England Patriots, 4-time Super Bowl champs. Anyway, so this is what we do here on the show. We usually don't take that long to answer each question, but reading the defense, guys, is so important this year. If you have any questions, Twitter or email us, zfarles@maddentips.com, sgibbs@maddentips.com. We'll answer. You just got to pick this up and learn it this year. It's so important. It's all broken down in the guides, which we wrote, and also we go through this in our starter products.